My bishop looked at his arm. He said, that's a girl. He said, go bring her. I was 23, 22 or so. He said, go bring that girl. Look, but God has helped me, so I had a little bit of fame here and there, and money was coming in. He said, go bring that girl. He said, I'm joining two of you. My mother said no. My mother said no. She said, sweetheart, there's nothing wrong with the girl, but something is telling me something is wrong with where she came from. I said, no, but my bishop says he's going to join us. That's how bishop joined us. The very night we got home, 12 midnight.
See, this is one story that I wanted to watch to the end. There are a lot of lessons to learn from it, and it's one of the most touching, intriguing story that I've heard, the real life story of Rev Sam Oye. By the way, if you've not subscribed to our channel, why don't you do that now? Because every single day I post videos that will help you in making better decisions when it comes to marriage and when it comes to relationship. So subscribe, like this video, share this video for others to watch. Let's continue.
The lady that I mean, everybody was like, Sam, this girl, she's the one. You know, my bishop was even the one that called me. He said, look, Sam, he said, who's that girl? We were looking through his window. I said, sir, she's just a young girl that works with Cabo Airline. Imagine, I'm talking about way back 95, 96, a young girl communication officer for Cabo Airline, Nigeria. Same school with Pastor Bimbo. Pastor Bimbo was our senior. Has mixed Brazilian, Sierra Leonean, Nigerian background. Your case don't settle. If she's walking like this, you will see someone trained to walk. I mean walk. English impeccable. Body shape amazing. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Somebody trained in Queen's College with Pastor Bimbo. So if you watch how Pastor Bimbo walks, you watch how Pastor Bimbo composes herself, trained in the same school. Pastor Tino Asagem, I think, same school. And this girl I'm talking about was president of our own literary society in the school. My bishop looked at his arm. He said, that's a girl. He said, go bring her. I was 23, 22 or so. He said, go bring that girl. Look, but God has helped me, so I had a little bit of fame here and there, and money was coming in. He said, go bring that girl. He said, I'm joining two of you. My mother said no. My mother said no. She said, sweetheart, there's nothing wrong with the girl, but something is telling me something is wrong with where she came from. I said, no, but my bishop says he's going to join us. That's how bishop joined us. The very night we got home, 12 midnight, fantastic house overlooking a valley in Ogba Ikeja. Overlooking, you don't need air condition. It's a waste. Just open your window. The wind, it's beautiful. Breathtaking view. And the next thing, sir, I noticed that they're sweating. So I then put on the AC and was still sweating. I said, there's wind, there's AC, you are sweating. So in the morning, I said, okay, something just said to me, take her to the hospital, just for a checkup. And I called my bishop. I said, Bishop, Bishop, you see, may God be the one that told you to go in. So that in times of trouble, you can go back to God and say, God, you were the one that told me. May you not call on the one who can't fix what they got you into. And my bishop said, okay. He said, take her straight to my hospital. My bishop is a billionaire. So he has a private hospital in Okwebi Island. He said, take her to my hospital. So I thought he was going to pay. I love him so much. He taught me a lot. So I got to the place. They ran checks on her. While they were running checks, they discovered that her blood pressure was about 220. And the doctor was like, are you having a headache? She said, no. Are you having any pain anywhere? No, blood pressure 2 something over 1 something. 170 or whatever. No. The doctor said, even though you are looking all right, you need to be on admission. So that was how we resumed regular admission, blood pressure, nothing she does, nothing. I don't let her do anything. There's a driver, we had an SUV, she doesn't do anything. I go to the market to shop. Doesn't do anything. No stress, nothing. Just wake up, enjoy your life. But blood pressure will just go. Little did I know that at the age of 18, she was actually admitted almost, in fact, considered dead at another hospital in Lagos. I did not know. I didn't know there were underlying ailments that the mother did not tell me, and the father expected the mom to tell me before he traveled. We were running 20-something tests, and the mother was aware, and the mother never told us, stop the test, this is the problem. Say, Lord, say, help me. I was running all over the place, running tests. Spend money here, spend money there. So almost every month, like 2 or 3 times, 3 weeks, 2 times, she'll spend like weekends in the hospital just to make sure they check her blood pressure, normalize the blood pressure. What is causing it? We prayed. We didn't know that there were underlying issues. Exactly when it became a year, exactly the day it became a year, she was to move from Cabo Airline and move into another airline started by the brother of Cabo, Freedom Air. She was to resume that money because that one likes her. When she was in Cabo, he was an assistant there. When he was starting his own, he decided to pull her along. She was to resume that morning. I don't know if it was the apprehension of new resumption, because there was a concern that maybe how is the elder brother of this one going to take it. I don't know if that was the apprehension, but that morning just woke up at about 4 a.m. and she was gasping for breath. I'm like, what's going on? No, I was sweating. So at that moment, quickly, I called one of our pastor friends. I said, can you let the driver come pick her for me, take her straight. I just remember that morning there's a doctor she likes. He does psychotherapy for her, and I realized that doctor was on duty that morning. So I said, okay, let them take her straight to that hospital, the private hospital. And she got there. I mean, so when you were saying get ready to go there, as soon as they were arriving with the vehicle, that's how she fell on the ground. So I had to lift her up to that moment, because I've never had that kind of experience in my life. So I lifted her up, was praying. Then we put her at the back of the car, thinking that, okay, we're trying to like resuscitate. By the time we got to the hospital, she was gone. I mean, like gone. So I didn't know what was going on until the doctor, whilst we were entering the hospital, one man, they call him Pastor Philip. That was how the man rushed down from upstairs. He rushed literally almost without a top. And he was screaming, let her go, let her go. So I'm like, what is going on? Let her go. So at that moment, the guy came. He said, I just had a vision. I just had a vision. So all of us were looking. Doctor was looking. Had a stethoscope in his hand. I was like, what's going on? You had what kind of vision? And he said, I saw that they will be bringing a woman into this place. And the Lord said, allow that woman to go so that she can free her husband. So when he spoke, I said, what kind of nonsense? What is going on here? Doc, do you? So doc, did, and then doc stood up. He said, sorry. He said, nothing, no pulse, nothing. So I said, what is this? So up till that moment, my consciousness hasn't been activated. The only time I became aware was when I found myself at the Keja mortuary. And now they were about to take our body into the mortuary. Then I'm like, what has just happened? And God has helped us in the area of prayer, miracles, and all of that. So I went on my knees. I said, this one, you will rise up today. As I knelt down by the body to pray, I just had an open vision. And I saw her going. And I saw her turn back and waved at me. And I heard the voice echoing so loud, let her go, let her go, let her go. That's how I stood up. I called my bishop. I said, sir, this is what just happened. He said, come straight to my house. I went to his house in Okwebi. We talked about it. And straight I went to our mother's house. As God will have it, I got to the house. The father just returned from overseas trip. So as soon as I told the father, I said, I just came, I went to Pastor Mike, one of our pastors, who is still alive. He's been here. So we went there to the father's house and we told the father, we said, sorry. The mother was seated because the mother has been part of the entire process. She was always in the hospital when we're doing all the tests. So I told the father, I said, sir, sorry, I just want to let you know this what just happened right now. Sir, I have never heard that kind of response in my life. The man said, Reverend Sam, I hear you've been going to hospital, you've been taken all over the place. Didn't the mother tell you that we should have lost her at the age of 18? That they just miraculously brought her back to life? That I'm surprised that you were spending a lot on her. Then he turned to the mom, he said, you mean you didn't tell him? So I look at the mom. I said, what didn't he tell? He then took us back to the history. He said, Reverend Sam, the mother didn't tell you that there was a time we're looking for children before we had her. He said, when we're looking for children, he said, something happened. Somebody took us somewhere where they told us to go to Rita Meta Faji. I don't know the place in Lagos, but those who are Lagosians know the place. Say there's a place called Rita Meta Faji that we're told to go there past midnight, at midnight, and to stay there and offer sacrifice. That was after we did that we had her. So that at 18, the father is one loose person, just talks. He said at 18, it's like they came to collect her back. If I had gone that day, if I had, thank God this did not happen in America. If I had gone, in my mind, God knows that I killed that day. And it's nobody, I will not kill anybody. There's one person. See, you know what it means to kill the person died, then you now kill the die. That's how angry I was. And the man said, Rev Sam, you've done well. You've done well. This is a man, I'm just telling you, just lost your daughter. It's not like he was expecting it.
Wow. I hope you learned a lot from that video. Now, it's quite longer than that, but I just like to end here to just say one thing, that please do not despise your parents' advice. Do not despise their warnings. Imagine if he had listened to his mother when the mother was uneasy about it. It's so funny that we place the counsel or the words of our men of God so far above our parents that when our parents say something, we don't even consider it, we despise it, because our men of God, we place their words so high and everything. I'm not saying despise your men of God, but I'm saying while you're taking into consideration the counsel of your man of God, also take into consideration the counsel of your parents. Please do so. Then also, don't just get married because your man of God said this is the person for you. Look at the way he said, the bishop just said, I'm going to join you guys and everything. And of course, most of us in our 20s, if someone had told us that, we would have just listened and the rest. So, but for those of you that are not married, don't just take the word of your pastor or somebody else. Make sure that you are convinced, you believe that is the person for you. You are convinced. Let it not just be somebody. Now, your pastor, whoever, can affirm or confirm that conviction you're having on the inside of you. But don't let it just be their words. Don't let it just be their words. Because at the end of the day, when you get into that marriage, whatever you face, you're facing it alone. You can hear from his own story that when it happened, even the hospital that belonged to the bishop that he took the wife to, he had to make the payment for it. Understand though, it is your life. It is your life. Drop on the comment section what other lessons you drew from it and what you think people should know and what you think about this whole thing. Share this video to others. Like this video. If you need counseling for your marriage or premarital counseling to prepare for your wedding, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be glad to help you. Send me a DM and book your counseling session. Thank you for watching this video. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. You're not following me, please do so. Thank you very much. God bless you. Bye.